much, Larry. Thanks so much, everyone. Well, I am going to be speaking to you a little bit about auto financing and what we do, and also how auto finance relates to FinTech, that term that is out there. We do automobile financing. We are also in the subprime space. We do non-prime, subprime, and probably even a little bit of deep subprime, just as George. We uh, finance through dealerships, so we're a point of sale financing, traditional. So a person comes into a dealership, they want to buy a car, they send us the application, we approve it or not. You know, easy, just a regular traditional way. However, technology in general is something that has been transforming our lives for many years, but at a rate of acceleration that is really amazing. Now we see it as something normal that every year or 2 years there's a new iPhone, or there's a new version of the software, there's a new app that becomes trendy, there's a new thing. But that really, if you take a look at history in general, those changes used to be every 10 years, every 5 years, every long periods of time. Now those changes come, every month. George was saying, if you want to know what's going on, it's got to be today. 8 days ago was different history, right? Or as Larry was saying, somebody called me on Sunday night. That's how fast things are going. I cannot wait until Monday to call you. I gotta call you at 9 p.m. on a Sunday to find out what's going on with the world. That's how fast everything is going. And I do believe that a good reason or a good ingredient for that going so fast is technology. Everything now is immediate. We have access to speak to our friends immediately over the phone or over Skype or FaceTime or Facebook or all those platforms that give us instant access to them. We can e-trade, we could buy and sell things in the market through apps, through websites. So everything's going fast. And all that has had an impact in the way we do things, and that certainly includes auto financing. So auto financing, even though we are a traditional financing platform, we do use technology to get our product out there, to get clients to originate loans, and certainly to service them through First Associates. So starting with servicing, First Associates is a company that has state-of-the-art technology for collecting and servicing on loans in general, and certainly including auto loans. And for a company that is in this space to be successful, they have to have an efficient servicing platform that has all the technology to account for the collections, to perform all the servicing, to connect with the clients, to mail information out, so on and so forth. So really, really important in that sense. And that's the technology, and technology provides a competitive advantage to the companies that have it. So it's essential for anybody, however traditional we might be or they might be. Technology is essential, an essential driver of performance of any company. Now in the origination side as well, now back in the day, or sales manager is a guy that has been in the industry for about 40 years, so he knows a lot, and he tells us about how things were done 30 years ago and 20 years ago and 10 years ago, and they probably were done the same way 30 years ago and 20 years ago and 10 years ago and probably even 5 years ago. But guess what? They are done differently today than when we started the company back in 2012. That's how fast things are now moving, and we need to keep up with that. You have all kinds of platforms out there. Some of them, the marketplace, that are platforms that are aiming to target consumers directly, as opposed to, for example, us who target dealerships that then in turn target consumers. And that's how we get business. But nonetheless, I believe that in the future, and this future is not very distant, those dealerships are going to start disappearing. And everything's going to become more virtual. Just recently, Cadillac announced that they are betting on virtual dealerships. So marketplace financing and direct consumer lending and technological platforms to get a product out there will have a more preeminent role even for traditional lenders. It's going to be the new way of doing business. Same thing that George was already saying. I think we're in the verge of changing the model of car ownership to car use. So today we go to a dealership and we buy a car or lease a car. We still lease a car. I do believe that in the future, and again, not very distant future, it's going to be more of a, I'm just going to use a car. So platforms like Uber or similar platforms will take over who buys the cars, who's going to buy the car. Why is Toyota and all those big car companies investing in these platforms? Because people are no longer going to own vehicles. They're just going to call a car to come pick them up. At the beginning with a driver, but also very near into the future, it's going to be autonomous, as George was saying. So where is traditional car lending going? Is it going to continue being traditional, or should it adapt to the new ways of doing things? And certainly technology will play an important part in all this transformation, because it will all move in the direction of direct communications. Everything is immediate. We need the car today. We need it for this purpose. All the communications with the client to provide, for example, ourselves, we request certain information and documentation from our clients, and today all that documentation is gathered by the dealerships in a traditional way, and they make copies and they send us the copies, and we get the FedExes or mail packages with everything. All that will change. Today there are already platforms, one of them which we already have, which sends all those documents directly from the dealership to us, and again, just temporarily, because once the dealership disappears, and believe me, they will, it'll be direct to the client sending their own document, just as you do when you have an unsecured regular loan, either commercial or consumer loan online. That'll be the same way you'll do it. The way I see it is there'll be huge virtual dealerships. A lot of them won't even have inventory. They will just be selling air. And then once you buy it, then they'll go buy it for you, which is also efficientizing how things are going. By the way, we're going to have one, so that's a good thing. And that's how the technology, all the things that nobody else was able to do, as George was explaining, and how traditional car lending has continued to be pretty much the same. I do believe that technology will be the big disruptor. Technology. It isn't going to be a particular model or a particular thing, but technology itself will eventually and very soon change the whole landscape when it comes to car ownership in the first place, and therefore car financing. So we're living in exciting times. I think I should have started this company like 10 years ago, but we'll manage. The important thing is to follow the trend and to go where technology is. I think technology is a very good thermometer today of where things are going.
Okay, thank you.